What if your only hope for survival was you, but different? The Alters explores identity, choice, and survival through a haunting sci-fi lens. If you are captivated by its mind-bending themes, emotional tension, and layered mechanics, here are some standout games that deliver a similarly powerful punch, whether through narrative, atmosphere, or survival gameplay. First up is Forever Skies. This hauntingly beautiful open-world survival crafting game puts you in command of a high-tech airship floating above a toxic, post-apocalyptic Earth. The game masterfully blends exploration, base building, and environmental storytelling. Its melancholic soundtrack and stunning visuals evoke the same quiet isolation found in The Alters. While multiplayer lacks depth, the solo experience is deeply immersive. Minor bugs persist, but frequent updates are steadily polishing the experience. Next, let's talk about Returnal. Though it leans heavily into action, Returnal shares some core DNA with The Alters. Both protagonists, Jan and Celine, are trapped in looping routines that chip away at their psyche. While Jan doesn't fight bullet-hell aliens, the atmospheric dread and the way he interacts with strange anomalies feel right at home in Returnal's unsettling world. Gritty sci-fi, looping structure, and psychological decay? Check, check, and check. Shifting gears, we have Abiotic Factor. This co-op survival game casts you as a scientist navigating a lab overrun by bizarre experiments. Imagine a survival sim meets Half-Life complete with quirky 90s corporate aesthetics. Up to 6 players can collaborate, craft, and survive, using everything from old PCs to makeshift weapons. While it's more humorous than The Alters, both games share themes of science pushed too far, and the human cost of experimentation. Now entering the jungle, Soulmask. Set in a Mesoamerican-inspired world, Soulmask stands out with its mystical masks that grant abilities, echoing The Alters' take on identity and multiplicity. You're not just surviving, you're leading a tribe, managing resources, and taking on strategic boss fights. The early game is a bit slow, and some bugs remain, but the sense of discovery and layered mechanics will appeal to survival fans looking for something deeper. Then, there's Oxygen Not Included. Don't let the cartoon visuals fool you. This is one of the most complex survival sims out there. You manage a colony of dupes inside an asteroid, balancing oxygen levels, temperature, waste, and power systems. Like The Alters, it's about humans struggling to survive in a hostile environment using limited tools and ingenuity. The AI can be quirky and the learning curve is steep, but the game rewards persistence with brilliant, emergent storytelling. Let's not ignore the elephant in the spacesuit, Death Stranding. Even though 11-bit Studios sidesteps direct comparisons, the visual and tonal parallels are hard to miss. From eerie landscapes and spacesuit design to anomaly encounters and resource management, The Alters gives off serious Death Stranding vibes. Both games blur the line between loneliness and connection. Throw in some base building and you'll feel right at home. Now all we need is a Norman Reedus cameo. For the architects out there, meet Project Highrise. At one point, I spent way too long rearranging modules in The Alters, only to realize time pauses during layout edits. That small design quirk turned base optimization into a puzzle I couldn't stop solving. If you love that kind of gameplay, Project Highrise is a must. It's a skyscraper sim where efficiency and space management are everything. Imagine solving logistics for 1,000 Jans. Next up, Satisfactory. This factory building and automation sandbox offers one of the most satisfying gameplay loops in the genre. Set on a beautiful alien planet, it emphasizes optimization, exploration, and massive construction projects. If the building and logistics in The Alters hooked you, this game expands that thrill tenfold. It's complex, but accessible and brilliant in co-op. For something darker, try V Rising. You play as a vampire reclaiming power in a gothic open world. The survival crafting loop is fast-paced and refined, but what really shines is the day-night cycle. Avoiding sunlight adds a unique, ever-present tension, somewhat like how The Alters hazards force you to plan and adapt constantly. Combat is snappy, bosses are challenging, and castle building is delightfully thematic. Early grind aside, it's a compelling mix of survival and identity. Finally, we have Dune, Awakening. If The Alters had been set in a desert instead of a snowy wasteland, it might feel a lot like this. Dune. Awakening drops you into Arrakis with rich survival mechanics, gorgeous visuals, and a layered RPG narrative. While combat can feel a bit sluggish and the pacing is slow early on, the world building is phenomenal. For fans of deep lore and strategic survival, this MMO is worth watching. Whether it's looping timelines, shifting identities, eerie isolation, or strategic survival, these games each echo the essence of The Alters in their own way. Let us know which one you're diving into next, and if you haven't played the altars yet, maybe it's time to meet yourself.